Can't keep a high quality woman to save your life. Every time you try, women who are actually high quality, who are actually at the caliber that you want, they run away from you. Now, this video is going to teach you how to actually keep and maintain a high quality woman without having to do all the bullshit simping that other guys out there do. All right. If you guys don't know who I am King Raxo, and I'm here to show you how to be the most valuable dating partner in the world and actually architect your dream life. All right. So let's start with going over why you actually need to learn this. All right. So the divorce rate sits at 50%. The relationship breakup rate is around 70 to 80% in the first year alone, right? So most relationships don't even make it past the first year, and it's simply because people do not understand how to keep a healthy, long-lasting relationship going. All right, it requires effort and attention. Most guys, when they get into a relationship, they think, I've made it, I'm done. No, you have to actually put in work. So I'm going to give you guys two quotes that have really changed my mindset in my life. One of them was from Earl Nightingale, RIP, and he said, the start of a relationship or the start of a marriage is literally the beginning. It's the commencement. But people think it's the end. People think, oh, I can chill now. It's over. No, this is the beginning of it. All right. And the second quote actually came from myself, which says that if you want a woman to stay long term, you literally have to have long-term seduction skills. All right. Relationships are all just long-term seduction. That's all it is. All right. So let's get into it. The first thing is you have to treat her with consistency. So women are always paying attention to how you treat them, and they don't necessarily care if other women like you, but they care about how you treat them. So consistency is the key to building and maintaining trust and having her be emotionally secure with you. So how do you remain consistent? All right, especially as you're going through work, you're going through stress in your own life, you're going through family troubles. Well, you have to realize that your woman is not an outlet for your emotional instability. You have to remain consistent in the way that you treat her, because if you don't, then she's going to look at you as a weak man. All right, and she's not going to feel emotionally secure with you. Now, you have to remain dominant, and what this means is that you are the leader of the relationship, and you have to demonstrate confidence and assertiveness every single day. All right? You should be the one picking where you guys are going for the dates. You should be the one picking where you guys are going for the trips. You should be the one paying for the trips, because at the end of the day, you are the man. All right? I don't give a fuck what anybody says. The man of the relationship handles the finances. You are the dominant man in the relationship. All right. And that's a key foundation for longevity, because if you want a woman to take care of her roles and you actually see this relationship going somewhere, you have to take care of your role as the leader in the relationship. All right. Now, even though you can be a provider while you're being dominant, you always want to remain in the lover category. So there's a book out there called Practical Female Psychology, and they call it the lover provider dilemma kind of thing, where you always have to stay in the middle, right? So there are guys who will just, provide for their women and just pay for everything and, buy her whatever the fuck she wants. And they get put in the provider role, and they actually get betaized over time into just being a provider. They turn into a trick, right? You do not want to be in that role, because women's sexual attraction for you, especially at the beginning, comes from the mystery and the passion that they have for you, because they don't know whether this is going to be short term or long term. They have no idea whether you're going to be their husband or just a one night stand. All right. So you have to remain the lover. And what this means is you have to always be unpredictable with your affection. What I mean by that is you have to be consistent in the way you treat her, but the same way you seduce her at the very beginning and the same way you get her warmed up to have sex with you, you have to keep that alive throughout the whole relationship. It should never feel like sex is just expected. Like you're just thinking like you guys are going on a date and you just like, oh yeah, I know we're going to have sex tonight. Tonight's our sex night. That will kill a relationship, because that unpredictability, that passion, and that emotional connection that a woman feels from the unpredictability that comes with just her getting turned on, it just makes the whole relationship better when you stay unpredictable. All right, so you have to remain the lover. What the fuck? Okay. So providing emotional support. So I heard this quote. It was actually from Corey Wayne, who's actually a great dating coach. And he talks about always being the rock, always being the center. And it's very important because you have to maintain your composure and support her through challenges. All right. So if you're going through hard times, what I mean is like you feel emotional stress. It may be something that went on in your family life. It may be something that's going on in your business. You have to understand, even if there's something going on with her, you are the rock of the relationship and you cannot be moved by anything. A mountain never moves by the wind. Women are the wind, you are the mountain. All right. Now, offer this support, but don't do it too much to the point where you're overbearing. All right. So, whenever my woman has something that she's going through, I'm gonna ask her questions and try to listen because I have emotional intelligence, but I'm not going to try to be overbearing in a situation where she's completely distraught, right? I'm going to be there to support her and try to break through the barriers that are stopping her from communicating. But once I break through the barrier and I find the problem, if it's not something that can be solved right then, if it's something that's traumatic, if it's something that goes very deep, I'm going to offer my support, but I'm not going to try to just be the solution because sometimes you are not the solution. It goes deeper than just you. So you have to be reserved. You have to be calm. You have to offer consistent support to your woman because at the end of the day, you are her man. She looks to you for that support. Okay. So effective communication is probably the number one thing that will make or break your relationship. All right. So you have to understand how to communicate and actually have the right communication cadence. Okay. So I have a client who was dealing with some issues in his relationship, and he came to me and was talking about what was going wrong. And I said, yeah, the problem is that you're talking to her only through text. All right. No matter what, humans were not built to only talk through text. Okay. I don't care if you guys live with each other. You should not be texting every day, every moment of the day, because just like I said about building that sexual attraction and being the lover, all of that attention that you're giving to her by texting her throughout the day, it makes things boring because that is not effective communication. She still needs to feel that impulse of, wow, I really want to see him. Okay, so initiate open and honest communication by telling her what you're doing with your day. You could tell her, oh, this just happened at work. This is going well. You can make jokes with her, be funny throughout the day, but avoid over communicating. Right? Because if you over communicate with a woman, just like I said, the mystery is gone. All right. Okay. So at the very beginning of your relationship, you have to set boundaries. And this is very important because I think the way that the RP community has told you to set boundaries is by telling a woman, you can't wear this, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do that. Well, you have to understand that we live in an era where people are going to do what they want. Like most women are literally trained to lie. All right. So the way to actually set boundaries that I've seen work best in my relationship is telling her what you do and don't respect and showing your value by maintaining your own development. All right. So if I tell my woman, look, like, you're your own person, but I don't respect like people who dress like this, right? And I am proving my value every day by hitting my full potential. My woman is going to want to stay with me so much that she's going to respect that boundary and she's not going to do that. All right. So the reason why I say balance independence is because you can't be the type of person that tries to control a woman because at the end of the day, it is living in a mindset of scarcity. All right. There is a woman that's more compatible for you out there than this woman that you're trying to control. But instead of living with an abundant mindset and going and finding that woman, you're trying to control this woman and mold her into something that she's not. All right. So you have to understand that women do grow within relationships, especially if you're looking for something long term. And you have to set boundaries by becoming the man that you told her you were going to be and letting her know who you respect or the type of women you respect. All right, that is going to make her, when she sees you hitting your full potential, it's going to make her change in the same direction. All right, this is a big reason why some women will actually not want their men to level up, because they don't want to actually grow themselves. But that's a conversation for a different day. All right. Why I say maintain some access into your life is because you guys are both two different individuals. Where things really starts to get weird in relationships is when you guys are so attached to the hip that you guys do everything together. You guys almost become the same person. All right, you have to understand that sexual attraction is built off of tension. So there still needs to be some type of non-access into your life, and you have to retain your individuality. So say if you love to surf, right? You don't need to invite your woman out to come surf with you every time. All right, that is your thing. You don't have to have her be the best surfer in the world. Say if your thing is you love to play the piano, that's your thing. You still need to do that and have her be kind of just watching you, or maybe she just doesn't come with you, because that is what is going to make the boundaries in the relationship stay sane. And it's the same in the other direction. If she has something that she does that's personal for her, let her do it. All right. Now, the last thing I want to get to is just remaining a strong and reliable partner. And it comes through honesty and authenticity. So integrity is one of the most important things in a relationship. The person that you said you were at the beginning of the relationship is the person that you must be throughout the relationship, right? You have to maintain that integrity, or else she starts to literally doubt your masculinity. She starts to doubt the person that you are, because she feels like if you can't be honest with who you said that you were from the start, and if you're not hitting your potential, then what else are you lying about, right? It makes her be insecure in who you are as a man, okay? So offering consistent support, you're here to contribute to your woman. You're here to collaborate towards a shared mission, a shared goal, right? This is one of the things that I was helping my client out the other week. And I said, the reason why you're going through problems in your relationship is because you guys haven't outlined where the hell you guys are going together. You both don't even see this as a long-term thing, because if you did, you guys will already have long-term visions of where you guys are headed. And whenever you guys hit roadblocks in the relationship, you guys will always go back to that vision that you guys have to show why you guys need to stay in it. All right. And having respect, mutual respect, and affection and attraction will always strengthen a relationship. So I hope this has helped you guys who can't seem to keep a quality woman. Rewatch this video if you need to and understand the principles. I'm going to be putting out a lot of videos on how to actually build relationships, because a lot of you guys fall into the category of guys who have relationships end earlier than they need to. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it. I'm going to be making a lot of them like this. All right, peace.